Jer Bear, the daring content creator behind the popular YouTube channel Exploring with Bear, is no stranger to adrenaline-pumping adventures. Known for his spooky, mysterious, and heart-racing explorations, Bear recently embarked on one of his most disturbing journeys yet. This time, he ventured deep beneath the streets of Baltimore into its forgotten underworld, a labyrinth of catacombs that seemed straight out of a horror movie.
Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Holy crap, you guys. Holy smokes. Man, I bet you there's been all kinds of witchcraft done back here. Man, there's rubbers. There's like used condoms all over the place down there. Look at all the used condom wrappers. Oh my goodness.
The catacombs were everything you'd imagine them to be. Dark, damp, and filled with an air that seemed to cling to your skin. And as Bear descended further into the maze-like tunnels, he had to stop and think twice before choosing which direction to take. Every turn seemed identical, and the deeper he went, the more disorienting it became. Finally, he managed to find his way out of one section of the catacombs, only to discover that there were other structures outside, a network of entrances leading to even more hidden tunnels. But before he could explore further, a feeling washed over him, an unshakable sense that he wasn't alone down there.
I know, I just heard something over there. Hear that? There's somebody over there now. I was just over there and didn't see anybody. Okay. Look, we're gonna go down these oh, that was a bang. Okay. Definitely time to go.
Hoping to put some distance between himself and whatever or whoever might be lurking in the shadows, he descended into yet another tunnel.
Oh. That sounds like somebody over there.
It became undeniable with every step he took. He wasn't alone. Determined to uncover whether this presence was paranormal or something else entirely, Bear decided to investigate by stopping and setting up a sensor.
And if I haven't said it yet, do not attempt to do these kind of things by yourself. Okay. We'll see if that goes off at all. Place is creepy. Whoa! The heck was that, man? Dived by my face. Holy smokes. Whew. That was like a man-eating beetle. Whew, man, I'm so hot. I gotta get a drink too.
Nothing strange happened, so he decided it was time to leave, only to spot something in the distance.
Holy smokes, there's a fire. There's a fire. There's a fire up there. Okay, we're done with the K2 meter. That was short-lived. Oh. Nope, there's somebody coming. There's somebody coming. There's somebody coming. There's somebody following me. I heard him a couple times. Shh. Now screw that. I gotta go call my ride. I gotta get out of here.
Bear's exploration came to an abrupt end as he made his way out of the catacombs with more questions than answers. Who was watching him from the shadows? Lou Rock, a YouTube explorer, teamed up with his friend James to investigate an abandoned sugar mill rumored to be haunted. Arriving at the mill in the dead of night, it didn't take long for things to get creepy.
Let's do this. Let's go. It is a spooky night, guys. It's 3 a.m. You see the moon up there. There's the jail across the street. And man, that is such a spooky picture right there. Yes, I did. It just sounded like there was somebody in there, right? It sounded like something's moving around. It could be an animal. That's crack, dude. I don't...
As they ventured further, the signs began to appear.
There's mattresses in here, like somebody was living in here. Dude, the whole floor just shook when you did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go very slow.
Whoa, that's a really old, like, plaid shirt. Whoa. What the hell was that?
They took a look around, but couldn't determine the source of the noise, so they continued exploring.
Oh, that's cool.
That is definitely a collectible, bro.
Yeah.
I'm hearing something walking around outside.
I've heard a couple voices. I hope there's nobody like seeing us here because you said you heard gunshots.
What?
The group decided to head upstairs, but Lou couldn't shake a strange feeling in his gut, like they weren't alone. With all the strange sounds and the danger of falling through the weak structure, they decided it was best to leave before things got worse.
Dude, I keep hearing stuff. Alright, I'm ready to get out of here. Guys, we're gonna head over to some other buildings right here on the property and see what else we can catch here.
They spotted another building nearby and couldn't resist checking it out. Inside, they tried to figure out what it had been used for when something unexpected happened.
There's holes right here, bro. Oh, sh! Oh, sh! Oh, sh!
Bro, what the hell was that? For real?
Dude, that was on this side of that wall. Who did that? No, that came from over in this corner right here. Is there anybody that wants to speak with us?
As their exploration continued, an overwhelming feeling settled over them, a gut instinct telling them they weren't supposed to be there. And just when they thought they were done for the night, they got the biggest scare of their lives.
So, yeah, this is definitely the church. I can't believe how we got nothing from that other building. And
Nothing.
Like it just said that as soon as we came in here, there's a man here.
There's a minute.
And when I was looking in that front door, I could see a man. It looked like he was walking right where you're at
Were
now.
you recording or no?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
recording.
good. Oh, did you hear that?
Yo.
Bro.
Oh my gosh. Alright, man. I'm ready to bounce.
Oh, what is that?
Yo. Oh, sh! Yo. Yo. Yo.
Dude, where are you? Where are you?
Yo, let's go.
I'm
Let's go.
I'm gonna go behind you. I
There's
can't
a
see.
tree here.
Go. I'm gonna hold
Let's
your
go.
shoulder. Go. What the hell?
What the hell was that, bro?
Did somebody shoot at us?
Dude, they're behind us. Go. What the f?
Oh, what the hell? Bro.
Dude, we're trapped. Bro, we're trapped. Dude, we need to get out of here.
They ran for their lives and eventually found a way out of the mill. Luckily, neither of them were injured, but the question remained, who shot at them, and why? YouTuber Chris from Urbex Hill, whose channel is known for documenting adventures into the forgotten corners of the world, recently embarked on a daring exploration to the abandoned Rockefeller building in Cleveland, Ohio. If you've seen our previous features on Chris, you'll know he's no stranger to risky explorations. But this time, his adventure became far more dangerous than he expected. In the early 2000s, this building was modernized, preserving its historic character, and reopened for new tenants. Yet, when the pandemic struck in 2020, everything changed, and within 2 years, the Rockefeller stood completely abandoned. And the moment Chris got in, he began noticing subtle signs that he wasn't alone.
The table's still wet. Somebody must have been here recently. Somebody's scrapping elevator parts right there.
At first, these hints were small, discarded items here and there, faint traces suggesting someone had been in the building recently. But as he ventured deeper, the clues became more unnerving.
Wow, those are all bullet holes. Are people really in here shooting? It's a 9mm. That's crazy.
Back rooms that once served as offices or cubicles now bore signs of human presence, makeshift living spaces hidden away in the decaying structure.
Somebody's definitely sleeping in here. You can smell it. It smells like people been sleeping in here. That's super sketchy. Yeah. Somebody's recently slept in that bed. Yeah, look at the chair. Somebody's been here. Like literally just recently.
And just as he was about to leave one of these rooms, he heard voices in the distance.
William H. Smith and Associate. Oh shit. Somebody's here. Listen to that.
He wasn't sure if they were coming from inside or outside the building, or if they belonged to another urban explorer like himself. But as he moved closer to investigate, this is what he saw.
When I got to the door, I unintentionally scared a woman that was with the group, and she screamed and ran up the stairs yelling, "Help!" That's when one of the guys racked his gun and shouted, "Who's down there?" I replied that I was just taking pictures of the building. It quickly became clear they weren't explorers, they were scrappers, and they were also using drugs while stripping the place. They began yelling and threatening to shoot me if I didn't leave. I started arguing back at them, saying I have a gun too, and that they needed to relax.
He unintentionally startled a woman who was part of the group. She screamed and bolted up the stairs, yelling for help. One of the men with her racked his gun, a chilling sound that put him on edge. Thinking quickly, Chris explained he was just there to take pictures of the building. Hoping to avoid further confrontation, he moved to the lower levels of the Rockefeller building, but it soon became clear that these weren't fellow explorers. They were scrappers that were also using drugs, and they weren't happy about him being there. The gunshot was enough to make Chris leave the building. With bullet holes and shell casings scattered throughout the building, it was obvious these scrappers frequented the place, and they weren't afraid to defend their turf. Chris managed to leave unharmed, but the experience left him feeling uneasy. When it comes to solo adventures, Brennan Evangelista, YouTuber, urban explorer, and the face behind the channel Uncharted Travel, is no stranger to pushing the limits. Brennan has built a reputation for uncovering the stories behind abandoned places, and this time was no different. He decided to spend the night in Canada's largest abandoned mansion, deep in northern Ontario. After months of research, preparation, and 7 long hours of driving, Brennan finally arrived at the mansion.
You gotta be careful because there are quite a few what looks like dwellings around here, residences where people are milling about, so it's not the safest entry, because if somebody calls the police, I'm kind of out here on my own. I don't really have any sort of escape plan. Jake's going to a hotel for the night, and he won't be back until morning, so I have to be able to last out here on my own.
The gate stood wide open, but the first door he approached was locked. Determined not to let this minor setback ruin his plans, he found another way in, through what appeared to be a garage.
And just look at how large those garage doors are. Like, you could fit a whole transport truck in that one, and there's 2 like bay door sized garages.
The plan was simple: explore the main and upper floors to get his bearings, then find a secure spot to set up camp for the night. Somewhere hidden, somewhere safe. But before he could settle in, he had to look around first.
Sadly, it's all pretty much just like a shell of its former self. Like the walls are just cement walling or strand board. It would be nice to see this building when it was all fully furnished.
This mega mansion was built in 2005, with construction continuing for 3 years before an economic downturn brought everything to a halt. The original vision for the property was ambitious. It was supposed to serve as both a showcase office for the owner's company and a luxurious residence. Unfortunately, neither dream was ever realized. As the sun began to set, Brennan decided it was time to set up camp. He chose a spot that felt relatively secure, tucked away from prying eyes, or whatever else might be lurking in the shadows. But Brennan has a tradition when it comes to solo explorations. Every adventure ends with a descent into the darkest part of the property, the basement.
There's definitely something shuffling down there. Which way do I go? Oh, it keeps going down. And that's where the noise is coming from. First, let's check out this portion, because I don't think we've seen this portion. There's definitely something down there.
He was sure the noise was coming from below, so he moved slower, trying to follow the sound.
Oh, there it is. I think this is the way in. Look at this. No wonder it's making so much noise.
It was only water, so he should have felt relieved. Instead, Brennan couldn't shake the feeling that something felt wrong. After his basement exploration, Brennan returned to his camp and crawled into his tent. By 3 a.m., he heard something. This time it wasn't water. The sound was faint, but distinct enough to terrify him.
And I think they finally settled down for the night, which is nice, because that kind of startled me. But I hope it's finally time to get some good sleep. Good night, guys. I swear to God, it sounded like people talking. So that's why I've decided to record this, just to make sure.
on the stairwell below me. But I didn't hear them moving around at all, which kind of trips me out.
Unsure of who it might be, Brennan quickly realized that the thin fabric of his tent offered no real protection against whatever was out there. To give himself some peace of mind, he set up a makeshift alarm system.
In order to alert me in case anyone's coming up, I'm going to take my empty lentil can, put it on the edge there. So if it falls in the middle of the night, hopefully it makes a loud bang and wakes me up.
By 4:30 a.m., things escalated. The sounds grew louder, and this confirmed Brennan's worst fear. Morning eventually came, bringing with it some relief from the tension of the night. Brennan packed up his gear and prepared to leave the property behind, but not without reflecting on his experience.
I know that initially when I set up those sound traps or whatever with the tripod and the can of beans, that was just my paranoia and precaution and everything setting in. And then when I woke up around 4 a.m., thinking that there was people coming through, there was people whispering. They didn't mean me any harm, and I certainly didn't mean them any harm, so just were able to not have any conflict, which is nice. I'm really excited to get into a nice hot shower and warm bed.
This property was eventually purchased by Crown Capital Corporation, a Toronto-based company, yet nothing had changed, and the mansion still sits in ruins, slowly rotting beyond repair. On January 9th, 2020, Canadian YouTuber D-Dog Vlogs embarked on a chilling adventure with two friends to a notorious abandoned property known to locals as the Brady Bunch house. But this wasn't just any old forgotten building. There were surprises waiting around every corner.
Wish us luck. Alright guys, I'm gonna step in first. I'm really kind of sketched. There's one of them, and there's the knife up there that I'm pointing at right now. The water's off. What is this?
Where's that wire go to? It's broken.
It's broken. Somebody might have gotten rid of the booby traps. Oh, there's another wire right here. There's wires all over the house, guys.
At first glance, the house looked like any other crumbling ruin, but the moment they stepped inside, they realized nothing had changed since their last visit, except now there were more wires. Every corner brought new dread, with old hooks fixed to the walls, wires stretched out, blades dangling, and the whole place looking like a silent web of danger. But step by step, as they moved deeper into the house, they couldn't shake off the thought that the knife was still up there, so they went back to disarm it to prevent anyone else from getting hurt.
I don't vandalize or nothing, but we've all come to the agreement. This thing needs to come down before another explorer comes in. There. Alright.
It's attached to the wall, so we didn't...
Nobody could come in and hurt themselves, and nobody's going to be able to do it again.
It was for the best.
What they found next turned their fear into outright shock. In the same room, hidden behind layers of traps, lay the answer to why someone would go to such extreme lengths to guard this abandoned house if it was real.
Insane.
100% of all booby traps. Hey, it's drugs.
Yo.
It's drugs.
Why is there bags of here?
I don't know. I don't want to touch it.
No.
I kind of went away from it. You guys have fun with that.
Wait. Is that what? Did that go?
That's why it's booby trapped. Holy f***, I am freaking out right now.
The wires, hooks, and blades suddenly made sense. This wasn't about keeping curious explorers out. It was about protecting something valuable to whoever had set up these traps. The realization hit hard. At any moment, the person responsible for all this could walk through the door. Shaken by their discovery, D-Dog and his friends didn't waste any time. The idea of encountering the owner, or worse, Triggering one of the traps was enough to send them packing quickly, but as they left, the weight of what they'd uncovered stayed with them. YouTuber Lost Adventures, alongside the bearded explorer, stumbled upon a house the time itself had forgotten. Built hundreds of years ago and left abandoned for decades, the place is full of very old possessions and antiques that have not seen the light of day for so long. But as they pushed deeper inside, a chilling question followed them. Were they alone in here?
So there's a children's swing just here.
Also overgrown.
Yeah, it's so overgrown, Ben didn't even see it. So you couldn't even use it.
I can't even see the house. And apparently I'm right here.
I can see it, yeah, I can see like the shadows of it.
Not sure what way to go.
They had been told about a house hidden somewhere in the woods. After navigating through thick undergrowth, they finally stumbled upon it, and the sight was surreal, like a giant mushroom covered in vines.
Look at this.
Oh my god.
It's like some weird little mushroom house.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really strange.
What?
Right, there's the way in.
As they circled the house, they noticed a door already open, and a faded sign on the wall still reading CCTV in operation.
Caution, CCTV in operation. Well,
Oh my god, how weird does that look?
Thick vines crept through broken windows, wrapping the house like chains, and the house was collapsing in on itself, so rotten that each step felt like a gamble.
So this is one of the windows, look at the vines covering everything. This is crazy. So the conservatory door is open. I mean, first thing, there's a random bed outside in the conservatory with a super old stereo cassette player.
The deeper they ventured inside, the stranger things became. Entire rooms were filled with piles of forgotten belongings, random objects left to rot and gather dust over decades.
What the heck? What? This could be the outbuilding bit and not where people were living, but there is a cupboard with a whole bunch of clothes there. I can see bearded through a door there, little light. That just went. Look at this rubble.
there actually isn't.
Oh wow. Piano though.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Still work?
Yeah.
Whoa, that is mad. Yeah, I can't believe that. John Broadwood and Sons, London.
The instrument, though decayed, still emitted hauntingly hollow notes when its keys were pressed. But just as they were absorbed in the atmosphere, something disturbing happened. A sound that sent chills down their spines.
What the hell is going on? Oh my word. I need to check upstairs quick. My bag is not in a safe place. There is something going on.
Someone was clearly trying to open the door, and when it wouldn't budge, the mysterious person slammed into the door. The explorers became unsettled with the feeling that they weren't alone, especially because, throughout the day, both men had mentioned feeling like they were being followed. But now it seemed someone was actually following them and had decided to make their presence known. Realizing the danger of their situation, the pair decided to leave immediately. After all, if someone was following them into an abandoned house, this isolated in the woods, it was hard to imagine their intentions were good. They hurried out, leaving behind the crumbling structure and its unsettling mysteries.